So now that we have learned the basics of the Graph API using this Graph API Explorer, we will now learn how to collect data programmatically. Now one problem in doing this is the lifetime of the access tokens that we are using. If you recall, in the last video, we discussed that it is essential to have an access token in order to collect data from the Graph API. One thing we did not really pay attention to was that these tokens have a very short lifespan. For example, if you open this access token in the AccessToken debugger tool, you will notice that this token expires in 38 minutes, which means that if you make a request to the Graph API using this particular token, after 38 minutes, the API will not return any data. Instead, it will return an error saying that this token is invalid or expired. If you intend to collect data programmatically for a prolonged period of time, you can't keep on generating a new token manually after every 1 or 2 hours and put it in the code. So Facebook provides a way to extend the validity of this token, but for that, you need to create an app of your own. To create an app, you need to first register yourself as a developer. Click on the blue register button on the top right of the page. Facebook will ask you to re-enter your password. So enter your password and click on this button to accept the privacy policy and click next. Now in order to successfully register yourself as a developer, you need to register a phone number with your account. So put in your phone number, then click on the send as text button. You will receive an SMS with a confirmation code. Put in this confirmation code in the designated box and click register. Once you register successfully, you'll notice that the blue register button is now gone and there is a My Apps drop-down menu in place of that register button. Click on this drop-down and select Add a new app. Select the platform to be website option with the www. Add a name for the app you want to create. Let's say test_nptel and click create new Facebook app ID. You need to assign a category to this app. Let's say education. Then put in your email ID and click create app ID. A security check will pop up here. So follow the instructions on the top. So it says select all wristwatches in this case. Select the appropriate images and submit. So the app has now been created. Scroll down a bit, the page will ask you for your website. It doesn't really matter, just putting any valid URL will work. Let's say http www.google.com. Then click next and scroll down. And that's it. We have completed the app creation process. Now when you click on My Apps on the top right corner, you'll see this page showing your app name and ID. Click on the app name to open the app settings page. Now click on this show button to reveal the app secret code. Now we'll use these two objects, app ID and app secret, to extend the validity of our access token. Open a new tab and open the Graph API Explorer again. In another tab, open the Graph API documentation page which talks about access tokens. If you just search for access token in the documentation, you'll easily find this page. Go to this expiration and extension of access token section, scroll down a bit and you'll see the format of the GET request that you need to make to extend the access token. Now if you notice, we need three things to make this request: the client ID, client secret and a short-lived token. The client ID and client secret are the same as the app ID and app secret that we just obtained in the last screen when we created the app test nptel. Now let's get the short-lived token. Go back to the Graph API Explorer, select the test_nptel app that you just created from the applications drop-down menu. Click on get token, get user token. Again select any permission, say email and click get access token. And you have this short-lived access token generated using your own test_nptel app. Again, if you open this access token in the access token tool, you will see that this token also expires in about an hour. So now we have all the three components that are needed to get an extended access token. So now open a new tab and type in http graph.facebook.com OAuth slash access underscore token question mark grant underscore type is equal to fb underscore exchange underscore token and client underscore id is equal to the app id and client underscore secret is equal to the app secret and fp underscore exchange underscore token is equal to the short token that we just generated and press enter. Okay, so this request needs to be made using HTTPS. So just add HTTPS in the beginning in the address bar and press enter. And here you go. We have successfully generated an extended access token. Now copy this access token starting after the access underscore token is equal to part until just before the ampersand sign. Copy this token, paste it in the Graph API Explorer and open the access token tool. So you see here that this token is valid for 2 months. If you go back to the documentation, this is what the documentation page also says. That the extended token is good for about 60 days. So now that we have a token that doesn't expire for 60 days, we are all set to write our first program to collect data from the Graph API. To do this, we'll use the terminal in Python which we learned in the previous tutorial. So open the terminal and create a new Python script using the VI editor. Let's say Facebook underscore data.py. We start by importing the requests library that we saw in the previous tutorial. If you recall, requests is a Python library which is used to make HTTP requests. Now we define a new function, say get underscore page underscore data, which takes one parameter, which is the page ID. The beginning of the function body is indicated by a colon sign. Now Python is an indentation based language. So to define a code block within a function, we will add an indentation level to the entire body of the function. This is equivalent to the curly braces in C or C++. Just like the body of a function is defined within curly braces in C, in Python, the function body is defined within an indentation level. Once you get back to a lower indentation level, you exit the function body. So we press tab to create an indentation level and start defining the function body. We first define a variable which will contain the URL that we would send the request to. So we say URL is equal to https graph.facebook.com slash the page ID converted into string format. You can simply use plus sign to concatenate strings in Python. Slash feed question mark limit is equal to 100 and access token is equal to access underscore token. Now we need to define this access underscore token variable before we can use it. So we say access_token is equal to this extended token that we just generated. Now we say data is equal to requests.get URL. So we're just sending a get request to this URL and storing the response in a variable named data. Now we need the text part of this response, which will contain the data returned by the Graph API. So we store the text part of the data in another variable called response. And we say print response. And we get back to our original indentation level, indicating the end of the function body. Now to call this function, we type the function name followed by parenthesis. And we'll add the page ID parameter in the parenthesis that we're supposed to pass to this function. So we go back to the Explorer, search for nptel pages again, get the page ID of the second result, copy it, and paste it in the code. Now we write this file and quit the editor by pressing escape :WQ, enter. Now to execute this code, type python space facebook_data.py and press enter. And you get the entire data returned in a JSON format. This is exactly the same response we saw from the Graph API Explorer, except that this has no line breaks, so it is harder to understand in this format. Now to be able to read this data more efficiently, we will make use of the JSON library for Python, which is used to parse JSON objects. If you remember, we discussed that the Graph API returns data in JSON format. So you type import JSON. In most cases, this library comes pre-installed in Python. If you don't have this library installed, you will see an error message saying no module named JSON when you run the code. You can install this library using pip that we discussed in the first tutorial. Just type sudo pip install JSON in the terminal and the library will be installed. So we now load the response text in JSON format using json.loads data.text and print the information present in the data field of the JSON response. So the JSON format is essentially a key value pair based format where the key is the name of the field and the value is the information present in this field. So when we say response with the string data in square braces, the data here is the key and the value is all the posts present in this field. Now notice that the content present in the data field is a list, which is similar to an array in C or C++. So let's print the 0th element of this list, which is the first post. So there you go. This prints the first post exactly as we just saw in the Graph API Explorer. Now let's try to query the version 2.0 of the API to get more details as we did using the Explorer. So we add v2.0 slash just before the page ID in the URL and run the code again. Okay, so the response you received is exactly the same as you got in version 2.6. No extra information was returned. Now, why is that? If you go back to the Explorer, you'll notice that now in the version dropdown, there are no old versions of the API available. This is because when you create a new app, this new app does not have access to any older versions of the API beyond the current version. So in this case, since version 2.6 is the current version and our app was created after the version 2.6 was released, our app does not have access to any API version before version 2.6. Remember that the app we were using in the beginning was the Graph API Explorer app, which was created long ago by Facebook itself, so it has access to all the older versions of the API. Okay, so let's try to iterate over all the posts in the data list returned by the API. We'll use the for loop in Python for doing this. So we say for post in response square braces data colon. So now we create a new indentation level to define the body of the for loop, just like we did for the function. And we say print post square braces message. Now what this loop will do is, it will go over every element or post in the data list one by one and assign the element to this variable named post. So when we are inside the loop, this post variable will be storing the current element being iterated by the loop. So the contents of this post variable will be updated upon each iteration of the for loop, and we will print the value corresponding to the message key present in the post in each iteration until all the posts have been iterated over. We print a couple of new line characters to differentiate between the different posts. And now let's run this code. So you see all the messages printed separated by two blank lines. Now let's learn how to handle the API response when the results are returned in multiple pages. If you remember, we saw in the first tutorial that if the number of results are greater than a certain limit, the API also returns a URL to the next page of the results which you need to visit in order to get the complete results. So let's reduce this limit to say 20 so that we will get 20 results in each page. We already saw that the NPTEL page we are querying had about 65 posts in total. So if we set the limit to 20, we will get results in 4 pages. The first 3 pages containing 20 results each, that is 60, and the 4th page containing 5 posts, totaling to 65. So what we need to do is to create a loop which will keep a track of the next page URL and keep on querying the next page as long as needed, until the point where the API response does not contain a next page URL anymore. So we say next underscore page is equal to response paging next. So if you notice in the response, there is this key called paging. Inside the paging, there is again 2 keys, previous and next, and the value corresponding to the next key is what we need. So we keep on visiting this next page until the API response does not contain any paging key. Notice that the data key is still present, but it is an empty list now, meaning we have run out of responses. We saw only 3 pages here since the limit was set to 25 by default. So the first 2 pages contain 25 posts, that's 50, and the third page contains the remaining 15, totaling to 65, and this last page is empty. So we pick up the next page URL in the first page of the results. Let's move this after the print statements. And we say while next underscore page colon, and we begin another loop, a while loop this time. So this loop will keep running as long as the next page variable has something in it, meaning as long as it is not blank or null. And inside this loop, we send a get request to this next URL and store the response in a variable named response. So we are just overwriting the response with the contents of this next page. Let's just add a debug print statement when the loop begins. Found next page. So every time this loop executes, this message saying that we found the next page will be printed. Let's comment out the earlier print statements to avoid confusion. And now we will check if this new response that we got has a key named paging in it. So we say if paging in response. Now inside this if, we again need to check if there is a next key present in paging. Sometimes it may happen that there is a paging key but it only has a previous page and no next page. So we cannot just rely on the paging key alone. So inside this if block, we again check if next in response paging, and if both the above conditions hold true, we know that there is a next page. So we update the value of this next underscore page variable with the next page URL. So next underscore page is equal to response paging next. Now what happens if there is no next page? So we say else print next not found, and we say next underscore page is equal to none with a capital N. We update the value of the next underscore page variable to none, which is the same as null in C or C++. So if this happens, the condition in the while loop will become false, and as we discussed, the loop will break in the next iteration if the next underscore page field is blank or null, as we just defined it. Similarly, if there is no paging key in the response, we create an else block corresponding to the outer if block and print paging not found, and again update the next underscore page variable to none. So let's save this file, exit the editor and run this code. Clear the terminal, python space facebook underscore data.py, enter. Okay, so there's an error on line 16. Oh, so we forgot to add the dot text part in the get request inside the while loop. So we add dot text, save and run the code again. Clear buffer, python space facebook underscore data.py, enter. So there you go. We found 4 pages as we just discussed, and the 5th page did not contain any paging key as we expected, which made the while loop break. So now we've also learned how to handle paging using Python. As one last exercise, let's see how to collect likes on a post through Python. So we pick up the ID of the first post that appears in the results. Post underscore ID is equal to response data 0 ID, and we define a variable containing the URL for getting likes. Likes underscore URL is equal to https graph.facebook.com / post ID / likes question mark limit is equal to 100, and access underscore token is equal to the access token. Let's print the post ID too. And let's just directly print the response. We say print requests.get likes underscore URL dot text. And let's add an exit statement just after this. We don't need the rest of the code to execute, so the program will just exit after this print statement. Save and exit the editor, clear the terminal, and python space facebook underscore data.py, enter. And you see the post ID of the first post followed by the likes. To verify these results, just copy this post ID, go back to the Graph API Explorer and paste it in the query bar, followed by /likes, press enter. And the same results show up here as well. So in this tutorial, we learned the basics of the Facebook Graph API from scratch and saw how to collect data from the API programmatically using Python. In the next tutorial, we will learn how to collect data from Twitter and see how to store data in databases. Thanks.